Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Monday, August 2nd, at 8:26 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 597 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Israeli courts compromise would avoid Palestinian evictions. Deadly shooting at water park followed an escalating altercation, Tennessee cops say. Death toll triples to more than 300 in recent China flooding. Missing NFL player has not used his bank card nor been seen in North Texas, police say. The 6 best oven ranges designers often choose for kitchen renovations. How to light your bathroom, 3 expert tips on choosing fixtures and more. 8 DIY hacks for hiding TV wires and unsightly cords. 6 do's and don'ts for using white paint, according to interior designers. How to properly season steak, tips from a professional chef. 3 numbers tell the tale of the upcoming California recall. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Goldman Sachs joins Wall Street rivals in boosting junior banker salaries, CNBC. Where COVAX, the vast global vaccine program, went wrong, The New York Times. Trump's kingmaker status faces test in Ohio's special election, Associated Press. Poland offers visa to Belarusian Olympic athlete, The Moscow Times. Kathy Griffin battles lung cancer, shares about dark chapter of addiction, ABC News. Galaxy Watch 4 reportedly hits up to 7 days of battery life on top of the new Air OS 925 Google. Dabbleby pulled from Governor's Ball 2021 following homophobic comments, Pitchfork. Portland Police's newly resurrected gun violence team cannot find officers to fill unit, report, Fox News. Nauka modules near Ms. raises concerns about future of space station, Ars Technica. Venom 2 trailer has a lot more carnage, movie origin and powers revealed, Screen Rant. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Royal family member reveals the hardest part of Prince Philip's funeral. Transgender weightlifter Laurel Hubbard makes history at the Olympics. Runner takes bad fall and what happens next is why we love the Olympics. I'm training to qualify for the Olympic trials on a treadmill in my garage. Kathy Griffin reveals lung cancer diagnosis. Italy's Olympic sprint king reconnects with American dad he last saw as infant. Her life would be in danger, Olympian plans to seek asylum in Poland. U.S. women's soccer suffers another crushing Olympic disappointment. See the heartwarming moment 2 Olympians decided to share a gold medal. Jade Carey comes up golden for U.S. in Olympic floor exercise. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. MSP seizes more than 1,200 marijuana plants. Longest sanctuary case in CTNs. Vaccination event administers more than 230 tests. Only 1 in 3 restaurants got COVID relief grant. Employees describe being berated by operator. Iconic family-owned tavern celebrates 100 years. Proposed railroad merger's potential impact. Community members gather for vigil of teen fighting for her life. Kids exploring coast spot 3 great white sharks. Latino artists give country music a new voice. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. The 25 most significant works of post-war architecture. What causes IBS? Nobody wants to live in a nursing home. Something's got to give. A new surge at a Santa Monica ICU. Reynold Ruffins, Pushpin Studios graphic artist, dies at 90. Anthony Barajas of TikTok dies after shooting at movie theater. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Chicago surpasses 460 shooting incidents in July, police. Selling Sunset star Christine Quinn rocks a bikini during Sicily getaway months after giving birth. Megan Rapinoe on U.S. Women's Soccer's Olympics loss to Canada, it sucks. Fundraiser in chief, Biden headlining Democratic Party fundraiser. Chrissy Teigen, John and Legend show off formal looks ahead of UNICEF Gala in Italy. Washington, D.C., murders surpass coronavirus deaths in July by nearly 3-to-1 ratio. D.C. Mayor Bowser gets a pass from corporate media after being photographed maskless at wedding reception. Slice of Princess Diana's, Prince Charles' royal wedding cake to be auctioned off. Sandra Lee makes her first red carpet appearance since Andrew Cuomo breakup, the best summer of my life. Texas rancher faces $60K in property damage from migrants, says landowners hiring private security. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Monday, August 2nd. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Travel bosses blast government plans for Amber Watch list. Chocolate Labrador Ollie shows off his hilarious booty balance skills. Roman shipwreck dating back 2,200 years and packed with wine jars is found off the coast of Sicily. Searches for holidays in Croatia soared by 199% after it was moved to the green list. Giuliani allies are stunned Trump won't help with legal fees. NHS COVID tracking app gets tweaked to alert fewer people to self-isolate. Europe on fire as blazes rage in Turkey, Greece and Italy. Backlash against giant glowing orb the size of Big Ben that will bring Las Vegas to the East End. Professional footballers who play in defense are 5 times more likely to develop dementia. Moment hero father plunges into murky canal to rescue a baby deer from drowning. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. The growing clamor for, and against, vaccine mandates. Turkey battles wildfires for 6th day, 10,000 are evacuated. UK tension with Iran rise after oil tanker attack. New tropical storm joins hurricane over eastern Pacific. Iran records highest number of daily COVID cases in pandemic. Palestinians facing eviction reject deal by Israeli Supreme Court intended to avert another conflict. Giant panda on loan to France gives birth as world shares reproduction effort. Belarusian Olympic sprinter who sought protection in Japan granted Polish visa. An English castle stood for centuries. Climate change is prompting its collapse. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus live news, Iran posts new record daily cases, Philippines gearing up for strictest lockdown. Progressive Democrats call on own party to extend evictions moratorium, live. John Oliver on emergency services, for that label to mean something, it has to come with funding. Is remote working better for the environment? Not necessarily. Matt Damon reveals he only recently stopped using homophobic slur. Is U.S. wrestler Tamira Mensah the most upbeat athlete at Tokyo 2020? EU sanctions Nicaragua's First Lady and Vice President over human rights violations. Is the sexiest place in the world Paris, Miami, or Andover? Pegasus spyware found on journalists' phones, French intelligence confirms. Goldman Sachs raises pay for junior bankers after 100-hour week complaints. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. U.S. to offer refugee status to Afghans at risk because of U.S. ties and the Taliban threat. COVID-19 live updates, at least one patient checked in every hour at Louisiana hospital. Kathy Griffin battles lung cancer, shares about dark chapter of addiction. Citing Taliban violence, U.S. expands Afghan refugee program. Official in Michigan County gives up post in COVID aid flap. No summer break, 35 million inches EU cannot afford holidays. Watch, bull jumps into crowd at Idaho rodeo. Watch, Arizona resident still cleaning up after heavy rain triggers flash flooding. Giant panda in French zoo gives birth to female twins. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Ethiopia's Tigray crisis, rebels vow to fight on until blockade ends. UK and Iran summon diplomats after tanker attack. Belarus Olympian given Polish visa after refusing forced flight home. China COVID, concerns grow as Delta outbreak spreads. Tokyo Olympics, Great Britain eventers win team gold and Tom McEwen claims individual silver. Transgender athlete Hubbard out of Olympics. Women's Olympic football, Canada beat USA to set up Sweden final. Turkey wildfires, 8 dead as blazes sweep through tourist resorts. Kenya's first female paraglider on light from a bird's eye view. China flood death toll rises sharply to over 300. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Rapper Dababy cut from Lollapalooza lineup, millions face eviction as moratorium ends, 5 Things podcast. Infections surging and things are going to get worse, Fauci says. Florida breaks another record, COVID updates. The COVID culture war, at what point should personal freedom yield to the common good? Florida breaks record in cases, hospitalizations, over 1 million vaccine doses thrown away in 10 states, latest COVID-19 news. Sever ties between Missouri Police Department, community push leaders to incite change. Comedian Kathy Griffin announces she has lung cancer. Woman who can fit an entire McDonald's large fry in her mouth breaks Guinness World Record. Hong Kong pop singer and activist arrested. Spooky Nook Sports Complex, at least 6 injured after fight causes trampling, authorities say. Wildfire-weary West faces thunderstorms and potential flash floods, progress made against bootleg fire. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. LA City College swap meet shuts down after more than 2 decades. Stunned fans mourn TikTok star Anthony Barajas, killed in movie theater shooting. Podcast, to COVID shame or not to COVID shame? How LA cleared most Venice Beach homeless camps and sheltered many unhoused people. A lobbyist's secret gift to a councilwoman prompts Almonte to consider new ethics rules. 4 dead in Colusa helicopter crash, sheriff's office says. Coronavirus cases continue upswing in LA County amid concerns about Delta variant. Rash of California wildfires sparked by lightning stresses resources. Photos show what July's heat and drought looked like this summer. Before rising literary star Anthony Visnesso died, he immortalized Cambodian California. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Monday, August 2nd, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Delta spreads like wildfire as doctors study whether it makes patients sicker. Poland grants humanitarian visa to Belarusian Olympic athlete. German court sets trial date for former Nazi guard, aged 100. Poland grants a visa to Belarusian sprinter Krystyna Tsymanowska. Activists, Belarus Olympian plans to seek asylum in Poland. Canada beats USA to advance 2 gold medal match, women's soccer. Pfizer hikes vaccine prices to the EU by over a quarter, as both Pfizer and Moderna ramp up vaccine prices towards the EU. Belarus athlete enters Poland's embassy in Tokyo after refusing to return home. Vaccine passport, almost 300 fraudulent claims rejected. Belarusian Olympic sprinter enters Polish embassy in Tokyo after refusing to board flight home. Death toll jumps to more than 300 in recent China flooding. Belarus sprinter plans to seek asylum in Poland. Tourists evacuated from Pescara as Italy records more than 800 wildfires. Italy. 60 forest fires in 24 hours, homes destroyed, 8 hospitalized in Greece. Tesla big battery fire in Victoria burns into day 3 Victoria. The next headlines are from Forbes. Transgender Olympian Laurel Hubbard fails to medal in Olympic debut. Delta surge wipes away Americans' optimism about COVID, poll shows, with many expecting disruptions through 2022. Ultra, one of the fastest growing running footwear brands, celebrates natural running. Meat is a liberal issue, it shouldn't be. Carnage takes center stage in new Venom 2 feet trailer. Church's Chicken acquired by investment firm High Bluff Capital Partners. James Gunn reveals his love for the Suicide Squad and the future of moviegoing. Tampa Bay Rays keep finding pieces that fit within injury-marred bullpen. Hyundai, LG to build $1.1 billion electric vehicle battery plant in Indonesia to tap nickel supply. With one disgusting comment after another, Dababy has made one thing clear, he just doesn't get it. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Pandemic upheaval offers a huge natural experiment. Coronavirus infection is rife in a common U.S. deer species. Test quantum mechanics in space, invest $1 billion. The COVID vaccine makers tell all. A race against time to feed the world. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,722,218,592 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Noel Clarke officially out from his All3 Media-backed production company exclusive. Octavia Spencer to be honored with Outfest Sally Award. Cooking with Paris shows us a familiar, tiresome Hilton persona, TV review. Natalie Mendoza replacing Karen Olivo in Moulin Rouge, the musical. Venice, Italy to recognize COVID-19 certificates from 5 non-EU countries, but UK quarantine still in place. Reese Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine sold for $900 million to media company backed by Blackstone. Fantasia International Film Festival, artistic director Mitch Davis celebrates 25 years of honoring genre cinema. The Chi renewed for season 5 at Showtime. Nia Long joins Lily Reinhart in Netflix's romantic comedy Plus Minus exclusive. Kathy Griffin reveals she has lung cancer and will undergo surgery. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Tom Daley is knitting his way through the Tokyo Olympics. Trans athlete Laurel Hubbard has made Olympic history competing in individual event. You can now, possibly, get your hands on a piece of Princess Diana's wedding cake. Actor Saginaw Grant, known for Lone Ranger and Breaking Bad, dies at 85. California's new animal welfare law could mean the end of bacon. 10 unique storylines to follow in the final stretch of the Tokyo Olympics. U.S. gymnast Jade Carey takes gold in the Olympic floor exercise final. How House Democrats campaign chief plans to defy history in 2022. Long drives, costly flights, and wearying waits, what abortion requires in the South. Amid anti-Asian hate, AAPI candidates aim to smash stereotypes and lead their cities. The following headlines are from the week. While Alexander Vindman had an inkling Trump's infamous Ukraine call would go haywire before it took place. Islamic State supporters are reportedly using Trump World Social Network GETTR as a safe haven for extremism. You're paying Obama to party like a rock star. Turkey's southern resort area is now battling big wildfires as well as COVID-19. U.S. women's soccer team loses to Canada in Tokyo Olympics, will compete for bronze. Helen Ellis recommends 6 novels for summer reading. America's troubling pandemic reality. Simone Biles will compete in final Tokyo Olympics women's artistic gymnastic event. John Oliver explains why U.S. ambulances cost so much while EMTs are paid so little. IOC says Belarus sprinter safe and secure with Japanese, UN officials after refusing to leave Tokyo Olympics. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Life and death in a Texas homeless camp. The next headlines are from Universe Today. NASA chooses Falcon Heavy over SLS to launch Europa Clipper, saving about $2 billion. A black hole emitted a flare away from us, but its intense gravity redirected the blast back in our direction. Lightweight carbon fiber reinforced plastic fuel tanks pass a critical test, and could knock a lot of weight off a rocket's dry mass. These are the news headlines for today, Monday, August 2nd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Heads up, close asteroid pass August 21st. Saturn at opposition August 1st to 2nd, near Jupiter. Moon sweeps by Taurus August 2nd, 3rd and 4th mornings. August 2021 has a Friday 13th. The next news is from Politico. Belarusian sprinter given Polish visa after refusing to board flight home. Belgium and Germany deal with unimaginable piles of post-flood trash. NID director, we want to avoid lockdowns at all costs. Biden administration expands resettlement eligibility for Afghans amid Taliban gains. Tensions rise within Biden team over mask reversal. Central Intelligence Agency feud complicates January 6th probe. Power failure, Cuomo's $106 Enbridge light show fades to black. Biden's child care plan faces a critical test. Opinion: the next step in protecting Asian Americans. Special election ignites battle over who is welcome in Black Caucus. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Court gag to be removed to allow families of sexual assault victims to speak out. Target time and super quiz, Tuesday, August 3rd. Solomon just misses out on 400 in final, but he's far from being left speechless. Opals leave it late but get big win to make Olympic quarterfinals, will face USA. There's absolutely no one there, Sydney Film Festival postponed to November. Gold all round for our Australian ambassadors. From the archives, 1980, the Sour Games. In the Herald, August 3, 1864. We need more urgency, top renewable group warns against paying to keep coal alive. Aussie startup guides equestrian competitors in Tokyo. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Costco, Kroger, Target, Walmart and Apple change mask policies, as CDC warns about rise in Delta variant. Market snapshot, U.S. stocks trade near record to kick off August on a positive note. Economic report, broad shortages still plague manufacturers, ISM shows, and stunned economic recovery. My girlfriend has $20 million. I'm worth $1 million. Should she pay for big-ticket items like her engagement ring and our honeymoon? Outside the box, tired and retired? Here's how to get a good night's sleep. Dispatches from a pandemic, I don't want to lose you, how families approach their loved ones about the importance of getting the COVID-19 vaccination. Next Avenue, we don't know how many people are being held captive against their will. Can we fix America's broken conservatorship system? Coronavirus update, U.S. COVID-19 daily case tally back at February levels and Florida has highest hospitalizations yet with patients getting younger. Encore, were older workers hurt disproportionately by the COVID recession? Bond report, Treasury yield slip lower after release of mixed U.S. data. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. 2020 China Top 10 IP cases, winner Sun is truly a winner, a simple selfie stick utility model patent crushes infringers in China, Lixology. Global manual valve market growth to spur with increasing innovations and inventions, the Monomet current. Innovations in digital healthcare, navigating patent challenges, medtech innovation. Uganda, Museveni, lawyers disagree over COVID-19 drug ownership, allafrica.com. Has ex-parte Sauerberg gutted the Patent Act's safe harbor provision, IPWatchdog.com. Next generation IP, Lixology. Museveni, lawyers disagree over COVID drug ownership, Daily Monitor. Healthcare briefing, Biden's Delta struggles loom over agenda Bloomberg government. Edva Rocket Docket, a wild ride through Gentile Virginia, Lixology. Australian court rules an AI can be considered an inventor on patent filings, The Register. The next headlines are from Quartz. How to dig for stories in financial data and documents. Square bought Afterpay because it really wants to be a bank. The Olympics are becoming less sustainable. The Chinese internet is canceling Chris Wu after his Me Too arrest. Infrastructure bill, Square buys Afterpay, quantum time crystals. Chinese battery giant CATL's bet on sodium is a hedge against lithium. India's vaccine supply is a curious mix of abundance and shortage. Africa's post-COVID economic recovery will be an uphill battle. India's central bank has been focused on reviving economic growth during COVID, but what about inflation? To or not to? The following headlines are from TechDirt. After exploiting COVID broadband program, Verizon faces unsurprising opposition to TracFone merger. Funniest most insightful comments of the week at TechDirt. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Buffalo Bills. Afterpay. Laurel Hubbard. USWNT. NBA free agency. Matt Damon. Cotter. Gabby Thomas. Estados Unidos Mexico. Dabubi. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Russia's crude oil exports decline 8% this year in compliance with OPEC Plus production cuts deal. Tehran vows strong response to any adventurous UK summons Iranian ambassador over attack on tanker off Oman. USA star accused of being brainwashed and a product of the media after appearing to claim Russians should not be at Olympics. China's Global Times newspaper says U.S. holds major responsibility for COVID pandemic as largest spreader. Lebanon shamelessly obstructs a Beirut port explosion investigation, Amnesty International. Get COVID vaccine or pay for regular tests, Hong Kong delivers ultimatum for key sector workers. Washington expands refugee program for Afghans who worked for U.S. troops and agencies as Taliban offensives continue. Poland expects to participate in Nord Stream 2 certification after failing to stop Russian pipeline project. I urge everyone to calm down, gymnast insists medal was not stolen from Russian team after South Korea win weird tiebreaker. New Zealand human rights body blasts serial government failure and launches inquiry into housing crisis and homelessness problem. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. U.S. women's soccer team smoked by Canada, Rapinoe mocked. Billionaires segregate themselves on luxury private islands as ordinary people told they cannot travel. Cuomo demands private businesses ban unvaccinated customers. The intersection of Pollyannas, politicians, and politburos. Take your pick, U.S. manufacturing economy hits record high in 2021 lows. Key events this week, payrolls, PMIs, earnings and more Emmys. Transgender Olympian weightlifter knocked out of competition early. Moderna, Pfizer hike vaccine prices by up to 25%. Biden has a solar panel, climate change dilemma, will hypocrisy rule? China Politburo meeting points to new phase for domestic markets. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. How UAE-funded film The Misfits became anti-Qatar propaganda. U.S. expands Afghan refugee program amid escalating violence. Who's afraid of Hamas summer camps? Why Turkey wants to be in charge of securing Kabul airport. Why 7 people died in clash between 2 Northeast India states. Florida breaks record for daily COVID hospitalizations. Wildfires cause further devastation in Turkey, Greece. Nigerian doctors strike over pay, inadequate facilities. The next headlines are from Breitbart. COVID purge, Google's YouTube suspends Sky News Australia for coronavirus misinformation. Occupy Congress, left fumes after Joe Biden, Democrats fail to extend eviction moratorium. Kathy Griffin has lung cancer, to undergo surgery. 461 shootings during July alone in Mayor Lori Lightfoot's Chicago. Tokyo Olympics, trans weightlifter Laurel Hubbard crashes out of competition. 3 injured by blow gun darts in German city. Barack Obama plans monster 60th birthday bash at Martha's Vineyard. Jabs forever, 32 million Britons to be offered vaccine booster shots next month. Vatican chief says time is ripe for papal trip to North Korea. Down and out, U.S. women beaten by Canada in Olympic soccer semi. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. This simple word test reveals how creative you are, without using judgments of others. Astronomers spot light from behind a black hole for the first time, proving Einstein right again. Treat yourself to a free root beer float at A&W's, one day only, no purchase necessary. How to deal with your biggest critic, that inner voice that attacks you regarding self-improvement. Homeless man with arthritic hands rebuilds his life after discovering keyboard app for easier typing. Science shows what actually repels and doesn't repel mosquitoes, DEET, citronella, blood type myths busted. Daughter cannot stop laughing about her mom's exercise routine, watch. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Monday, August 2nd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Wife said pull out but I wanted to fight, Satish Kumar on fighting Olympic UF with 13 stitches. Los Angeles air traffic control warns jetpack guy is back. From super spreader sex houses to nude beach fist fights, vaccinated partying not all it's cracked up to be. Africa's Week in Pictures, July 23 to 29, 2021. Old Town wants to completely dig up its landfill and move the garbage down the road. Washington man shoots fridge after soda can explodes. At 46, African skateboarder finally wows mom at Tokyo Games. Abbott recommits to making sure vaccines and masks aren't mandated in Texas. Tourists in Colombia can now take jungle hikes with ex-FARC guerrilla guides. Friendship ended with Mutasir viral meme set for NFT auction. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. The Activision Blizzard lawsuit shows harassment in the games industry is still rampant. 5 must-reads to understand why. London is getting slick air chargers that vanish from sight when not in use. Post your vaccine selfie. It might encourage others to get the jab. Why Square paid a whopping $29 billion for Afterpay. Telegram is a great Google Meet alternative for long video calls, but only on your phone. We must include more women in physics. It'd benefit all of humanity. School up on all of Adobe's most powerful digital creation apps for under $25. Want to launch a career as a Google-ready software engineer? This training can help for under $20. Everything you need to know about stablecoins. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Common insecticide is harmful to bees in any amount. Host proteins that impair Ebola virus infection identified. Plastic creates evolutionary trap for young sea turtles. The next headlines are from Information Week. SolarWinds CEO talks securing IT in the wake of sunburst. The cybersecurity minefield of cloud entitlements. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Monday, August 2nd from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah Booze News Podcast, what are the top sellers at state-run liquor stores? Here's what you need to know about August's primary elections in Salt Lake County. Some areas still face flash flood watch, but most of Utah should dry out. Benjamin Waddell, willing workers are right at the border. A better selection of kosher wine coming to Utah. Alcohol sales in Utah continues to break records. Utah prosecutor says new self-defense law makes it harder to charge problematic police officers. State looking to stop algal blooms, and you can help. The rundown, Mike Lee says mask mandates may violate the First Amendment. Experts say he's wrong. USA gymnastics team advances to the finals, but former Ute Michaela Skinner misses the cut. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Intel executive posts Thunderbolt 5 photo then deletes it. Hackers leak full AI data after failed extortion attempt. Square to buy now, pay later giant Afterpay in $29 billion deal. Banned Chinese facial recognition technology was used in search for U.S. protesters. New startup Central pushes high-end rental home sharing apartments. To fight vaccine misinformation, U.S. recruits an influencer army. The case for another antitrust action against Microsoft. Zoom agrees to $85 M settlement in possible class action over data sharing. Zoom limbing. Are Python libraries riddled with security holes? Hundreds of AI tools were built to catch COVID, none of them helped. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. COVID exposure and racist slurs at raucous meeting under investigation. Major case squad investigating Route 3 shooting. Charlie's Drive-In in Wood River closing after 71 years. Mild temperatures to continue through the week. First responders to parade for 5-year-old who lost family in crash. Around 3,000 St. Louis renters at risk for eviction. Cori Bush sleeps on Capitol steps to protest end of eviction moratorium. Simone Biles to return for Olympic balance beam finals on Tuesday. You paid for it. Mother and children cannot get help fixing unsafe, unhealthy home. Pujols congratulates Yeti for passing him on Cardinals' all-time hits list. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Man shot and killed in Escondido, second man hit by truck. Sailors aboard USS Carl Vinson set to leave San Diego on deployment. Comedian Kathy Griffin says she has lung cancer. Video shows fire engulfed Tesla in North Park. More pain and suffering ahead as COVID cases rise, Fauci says. San Diego businesses prepare for compliance checks on outdoor dining structures. Senators produce $1 trillion infrastructure bill. Rising temperatures predicted for San Diego County this week. One dead in on-ramp crash to I-15 freeway. Man carjacked by robber in San Isidro neighborhood. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Russian pilots use US-made GPS receivers during combat missions in Syria. Israel wants to build its own next-generation artillery system. Ukraine to parade Bayraktar TB2 armed drone for first time. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Stimulus checks, could payments turn into monthly guaranteed income? Rare gene variants passed on from parents may significantly increase risk of autism. GOP chairman doubles down on comparing vaccine mandates to Holocaust. Brush fire burns 212 acres on Bradford Island. East Bay School District confirms 15 COVID-19 cases days into new school year. Cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, what marijuana cures in some, it causes in others. Olympic champs show heartwarming sportsmanship, share gold in high jump final. Kathy Griffin reveals cancer diagnosis. BART service returns to near pre-pandemic levels. San Jose strip mall damaged in overnight fire. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Ferrari earnings surge back to growth in second quarter. Australia beats Puerto Rico 96-69, advances to quarters. Review, Stephen King's Billy Summers stars a hitman writer. This date in baseball. Gone, Bensonville neighborhood makes way for O'Hare area industrial development. Streamwood man charged in Cary kidnapping and battery of woman. Suburbanites in Olympic track, volleyball, who will be on TV Monday. Better, Steve Derlinski makes reservation with NBC5 as the food guy. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. August 3rd is Seattle's primary election. Here's what voters need to know. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Hilda 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for Tropical Cyclone Ignacio 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.9 m, depth 12.87 km, in Indonesia February 8, 2021, 5:01 UTC, about 22,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 10 km, in Kermadec Islands, New Zealand February 8, 2021, 1:27 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Bhutan, China, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Burkina Faso, Benin, Côte d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Ghana, Niger, Nigeria, Togo. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Greece, Iraq, Iran, Jordan, Syria, Turkey. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Monday, August 2nd in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Evictions expected to spike as pandemic moratorium ends. Retired Sugar Land PD officer shoots neighbor during argument, police say. Nueces company judge asks nurses to step up amid staffing shortages and rising COVID cases. Fort Bend ISD parents petition for virtual learning option as first day approaches. Wife encourages others to get vaccine after husband's COVID battle prompted double lung transplant. No new development expected in the next 5 days. Weak cool front brings in scattered storms Monday. Limited edition luxury tequila bottle adorned in 24K gold sells for $300. Fort Bend County leaders to update residents on COVID risk level amid surge in cases. Mother of 6 killed in domestic violence shooting was trying to leave husband, family says. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Foot Locker buying Atmos, Eurostar in pair of deals. Infrastructure fight finally set, T's crossed, I's dotted. EU investigates Facebook's proposed purchase of customer. Cuomo mandates vaccines or testing for NYC transit workers. U.S. manufacturing increased in July but at slower pace. Kathy Griffin says she is undergoing surgery for lung cancer. Namibian teens stoke new Olympic testosterone controversy. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Cuomo, de Blasio recommend indoor masking for vaccinated, but stop short of full mandate. New council report shows significant gender and racial pay disparity among city workers. Curtis Live is long, strange, sometimes fabricated road to becoming a 2021 mayoral candidate. Brooklyn to releases massive trove of internal documents on NYPD misconduct. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Increasing revenue and protecting public health during the COVID-19 pandemic. After vilifying the UN, US returns to the world body. WTO inches closer to agreement on harmful fishing subsidies. Lace up and join the UN to help win the human race against climate change. A year after the Beirut explosions, a UN resident coordinator blog. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Mayhem on streets of Berlin, anti-lockdown protests turn into violent scuffles with police in Germany, 600 arrested, videos. YouTube pirate streams. Want to avoid mandatory vaccine in UK? Try identifying as trans vegan. Ammunition shelves bare as US gun sales continue to soar. They're normalizing police robots by calling them dogs. Documents from Argo production reveal what it's like to film at Central Intelligence Agency headquarters. Florida Sheriff's Office now notifying people it will be inflicting its pre-crime program on them. Science writer suspended from Twitter for quoting results of Pfizer clinical trial. Nature's own fuel could save us from the greenhouse effect and electric grid failure. Air Force's second attempt to air-launch hypersonic weapon fails. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did this make land on a dam? American star Simone Biles to return for balance beam finals. Anchor Mount says Biden, Congress allow eviction ban to expire. Tourists flee as wildfires threaten Turkish beach resorts. Texas-born Italian sprints from unknown to bold successor. Kim's sister warns South Korea-US drills will rekindle tensions. Amanda Knox blasts film Stillwater for exploiting her case. Botched, Arizona GOP's ballot count ends, troubles persist. Olympian Kristina Tsimanowskaja says Belarus tried to remove her from Japan. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. What Sifan Hassan is doing in Tokyo is beyond incredible. Traveling again? This suitcase will make it less stressful. Belarus Olympian Kristina Tsimanowskaja defects to Poland, fearing for her life. How Marlee Matlin survived Trump, William Hurt, and ableist Hollywood. What's up with all the 4-letter cities and states? He repped Kyle Rittenhouse, MAGA monkey owners, and Capitol rioters. Why are federal hotshots fighting fires for less than $14 an hour? Is the U.S. trying to smear this veteran as a Chinese spy? Ahmaud Arbery's killers are trying to put him on trial. Will a judge let them? Murder hornet season is here and scientists are flying blind. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Refugees push to back of the line amid vaccine shortages. Olympic volleyball players crash heads in horrifying scene. Jonah Hill's new tattoo celebrates body positivity. Cuomo considering mandatory vaccines for nursing home workers, teachers. Why is Jungle Cruise rated PG-13? The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Sky this month August 2021. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Light spotted behind black hole for first time, proving Einstein right. Florida's Delta variant outbreak triggers record number of new COVID infections. Florida breaks single-day record of COVID-19 cases. Biden pushes to boost coronavirus vaccinations amid Delta variant surge. Local matters, ranking last in the U.S. for vaccinations, Alabama faces its second-largest COVID wave. U.S. rolls out new strategies to get more Americans vaccinated against COVID-19. Book excerpt, Sound of the Sea by Cynthia Barnett. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Groom still wearing tuxedo shoots 2 people on Louisiana highway, cops. No state mask mandate, but Cuomo considering making vaccines mandatory for New York nursing homes, hospitals and teachers. U.S. women's soccer loses to Canada, ending hopes of gold medal at Olympics. Helicopter crash kills 4 people in Northern California. Trump's kingmaker status faces test in Ohio's special election. Weightlifter Laurel Hubbard becomes first trans woman athlete in Olympic history. Gymnast Jade Carey wins gold medal in floor exercise for Team USA. Simone Biles to compete in balance beam finals in Olympic return. The following headlines are from military.com. Navy and Marine exercise to spawn 17 time zones on a scale last seen during the Cold War. South Korea seeks to improve ties despite North's threat. Families urge using new DNA tech to ID Pearl Harbor unknowns. Breakneck pace of crises keeps National Guard away from home. Hospital bombed in southern Afghanistan as battles rage. Section of overturned shipwreck separated, oil discharged. Ammunition shelves bare as gun sales continue to soar. Israeli Prime Minister blames Iran for tanker attack, Tehran denies. Department of Defense put troops and families at risk with slow response to forever chemicals, report finds. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. All lanes reopen after semi-overturned on outbound Dan Ryan, Illinois State Police investigating. Man stabbed on CTA Red Line platform at Belmont, arrest made, Chicago police says. Daywatch, some Chicago restaurants and bars move to vaccinated-only service, how an elected school board will work and scientists target Lake Michigan's invasive mussels. R. Kelly's legal team says prosecutors blindsided them with new allegations, ask they be kept out of trial. Scheduled inspections, licensing landlords, a fix-it court. Here are 9 things Chicago could do to help keep renters safe from fires. Sylvan Lake Dam overdue for updates. Officials offer nature-based solutions to combat increased rainfall, climate change effects. Chicago is getting an elected school board. How will it work? Musicians say TikTok is a launching pad for their careers. Lollapalooza's lineup agrees. Tweets from Lollapalooza Day 4, Dababy dropped from lineup, fake vaccination cards, Princess Nokia crowdsurfing and more. Fight across from Lollapalooza smashes through plate glass window, 3 taken to hospital. The following headlines are from phys.org. Improving the observation of protein bonding. Building a better model of Arctic ecosystems. A higher yield fuel catalyst. First additively manufactured thermal protection shield is going to space. Bernesite study offers insights for electrochemistry, energy storage. Researchers find oxygen spike coincided with ancient global extinction. Sea levels influence eruptions on volcanic island. Lake Huron sinkhole surprise, the rise of oxygen on early Earth linked to changing planetary rotation rate. New pathway to mitigate climate change and boost progress on UN Sustainable Development Goals. Manganese could make luminescent materials and the conversion of sunlight more sustainable. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Monday, August 2nd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Earth's inner core is growing lopsided. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Driver seriously injured by gunfire from passing car in Renton. Rome governor pledges vaccinations go on despite hacking. After beach loss to Germany, 4-time Olympian Gibb retires. Running mates, Chubb, Brown signed 3-year extension. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Olympic baseball, U.S. push to brink after extra inning loss to Japan. Stanford's Valerie Ullman becomes 3rd U.S. woman to win Olympic discus gold. High schools report increase in failed grades during pandemic. Firefighters control blaze at San Jose Strip Mall. That recycling symbol doesn't always mean what you think it does. Head-on crash near Gilroy kills woman. Woman dies in head-on collision on Highway 152. Fresh air finds, 9 Bay Area restaurants with awesome alfresco dining. Staying safe when coyotes and mountain lions visit your neighborhood. Walnut Creek's new police chief seeks to forge a diverse force. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Obama plans 60th birthday bash amid COVID-19 fears, report. Lawmakers call for vigilance as China advances digital currency. White House sees rising COVID-19 vaccine uptake as Delta variant rips through the U.S. Jack Ciattarelli, GOP nominee, attacks NJ Governor Phil Murphy on crime, COVID-19 aftershocks. UK eases travel restrictions as industry lobbies for more. Citing Taliban violence, U.S. expands Afghan refugee program. Official, Belarus sprinter receives Polish humanitarian visa. Beijing Games, sports coverage fine, other things maybe not. Nancy Pelosi calls on Biden to extend eviction moratorium. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Update, the case for a new trial. A government that has killed people for less, pro-Saudi social media swarms leave critics in fear. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Bulls guard Zach LaVine wants respect, but at what price to his team? Community centers partner to create youth storytelling project on South Side. Chris Bryant homers in his Giants debut. U.S. gymnast Simone Biles to return for balance beam finals. Summer stock risers, the high school basketball players that won July. Kathy Griffin says she has lung cancer, needs surgery to have part of lung removed. New Bears TE Jesse James making strong case to stick around. Bears rookie WR Des Newsome returns from broken collarbone. U.S. loses to Canada in Olympic women's soccer. Bears coach Matt Nagy says vaccination status doesn't factor in roster moves. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Will remain MP, says Babul Supriyo after meeting Nada. Bihar CM Nitish Kumar demands probe into Pegasus Row. Discus thrower Kamalpreet finishes 6th in Tokyo. Concussed Mayank Agarwal out of first England test. Tokyo Olympics, India's schedule on August 3rd. Jodha Akbar actor loses leg due to high diabetes. Tokyo Olympics, India's results on August 2nd. Mizoram withdraws for against all Assam officials. India, China to resolve lack issues in expeditious manner. Face off, netizens battle it out after Lucknow girl thrashes cab driver. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Biles imbalanced beam final. Things to do, Red Dwarf celebrates 1-year anniversary. What's next for George P. Bush after Trump endorses Paxton? Things to do, see the Zamrock documentary which directed by Gio Arlotta. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this week. Jodie Whittaker got less Doctor Who time than the men. Jason Mraz turns up the heat at White Oak. The next headlines are about world records making news. Team GB eclipsed by Denmark's Olympic record in men's team pursuit, The Guardian. Tokyo Olympics, Morocco's Soufiane El Bakkali wins steeplechase gold as Helen Obiri wins 5,000 silver, BBC News. Woman who can fit an entire McDonald's large fry in her mouth breaks Guinness World Record, USA Today. Guinness World Record holder and influencer, Dark Joseph Ravine, starts Kindness for Success movement, PR Newswire. Germany sets world record in women's pursuit qualifying, Kaima. Tokyo 2020, Team GB in gold medal contention as world record tumbles in women's team pursuit, Eurosport UK. Shooting Zhang sets rifle 3P world record, Quickwim Point wins rapid gold, Reuters. Olympic shooting Zhang sets rifle 3P world record, Quickwim Point wins rapid gold, CNA. Bob Beamon, Olympic long jumper on incredible world record jump in 1968 and why he protested, Sky Sports. Cycling China break world record in women's team sprint, Reuters. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Intel leak shows Thunderbolt speeds could double sometime soon. Texas Instruments adds Python to its latest graphing calculator. The unofficial Simpsons cookbook is here for all your donuts cravings. A so-called game-changing weight loss drug is here, so what happens next? The world's blackest ink will make your doodles look like empty voids on the page. Marvel's What If and Guardians Volume 3 almost collided. Venom, Let There Be Carnage's new trailer wants to slip you some tongue. Klipsch's new wireless earbuds let you control your phone with head gestures. Logitech's colorful headphones are a cheap way to match your keyboard. Will we ever be able to edit or delete memories? What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Luffy and minus Luffy at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Dome in Antarctica at minus 93.28 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 69.6 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. In selecting space leader, White House opts for policy chops over politics. Nauka modules near Miss raises concerns about future of space station. Big tech companies are at war with employees over remote work. What is LMDH and why are we so excited about sports car racing in 2023? The following headlines are from Raw Story. Secret Service reveals over 12,000 protesters went to Capitol after Trump's January 6 speech. The evolution of Elise Stefanik, the more powerful she becomes, the worse she becomes. Single worst Senator Ron Johnson hammered for promoting notorious anti-vaxxer as pandemic reignites. Ghoulish GOP blasted by CNN host for fundraising off COVID vaccine fears as infection rates explode. Trump advisors fear his star power is fading after facing an embarrassing setback, report. Pro-Trump door knockers appear to be linked to a Pennsylvania lawmaker, but the intimidation campaign is shrouded in mystery. Many are questioning why Trump and Madison Cawthorn were filmed meeting to create a path forward to victory. Jim Jordan knows exactly what Trump told him during the MAGA riot, former Tea Party congressman. Long-running Central Intelligence Agency feud bursts into public view as the House's Capitol riot investigation ramps up. Trump-loving pastor gets slammed on CNN for his shocking lies about COVID-19. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. These wildfire thunderclouds are ravaging the West. Minneapolis just gave some coronavirus relief money to the police. Is lab meat about to hit your dinner plate? Will this court case end the mining industry's 150-year dominance of the West? COVID is spiking in Florida and Mississippi. Their GOP governors are waging war against masks. Rudy Giuliani is reportedly close to broke, and Donald Trump isn't taking his calls. Threat of subpoenas for Kevin McCarthy and Jim Jordan mounts. Afghanistan's pandemic response falters as U.S. troops withdraw. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Author reveals a monumental event among humanity in debut book, First Contact 02-2022, Yahoo Finance. The future will be weirder than we think, Bloomberg. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Monday, August 2nd, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.